This is the Tracy Fjord in Alaska. It's about 45 miles south of the small town of Juneau. It's at the heart of the so-called Tracy Fjord Terra Wilderness. This fjord is 28 miles long into the Coast Range Mountains, and normally 1/5 of the area is covered in ice. During our visit, the water was exceptionally clear of ice, and very rarely can large ships make it as far as we did. The ice in these mini icebergs was formed up to 500 years ago, comparatively recent when compared with the great age of the fjord itself and of the glacier. This ice encapsulates the story of the climate, the environmental conditions, and even the plant life which existed through all those centuries. These mini icebergs reveal that the Alaskan climate was already starting to warm 200 years ago. We entered the fjord at around 5 AM on a beautifully clear but absolutely freezing morning. I went on the upper deck to get a good viewpoint, but it was difficult to hold the camera steady with my shivering hands. The scale of the scenery is awesome. For mile after mile you are dwarfed by the towering mountains. Apparently the area abounds with seals, bears, eagles, goats and whales. We did catch a brief glimpse of a whale, and this solitary bald eagle was resting on an ice floe. Below the water is an extremely deep U-shaped bottom. Just a few metres off some of the rock walls, the water plunges to a depth of 130 metres. Some of the rock walls are over a mile high, and waterfalls from glacier meltwater tumble into the emerald green water, a colour which has to be seen to be believed. The fjord was formed when glaciers carved through the area during the last ice age. The power of the glacial process can be seen in these immense cliff faces, carved into grooved striations by the abrasive action of rocks and debris carried by the descending glacier ice, which was once 150 metres thick. The ice flows are the result of calving, which occurs when pieces of the glacier break off and fall into the water. The slow melt produces incredible ice sculptures which are constantly but imperceptibly changing shape. Their beautiful blue colour is caused by the density of the ice and the crystalline structure which absorbs all the colours of the spectrum except blue, which is reflected. Some regard this Alaskan fjord as one of the most dramatic locations in the world. The sheer glacier-carved walls are often shrouded in mist. You really do feel that you're in a different world, absolutely silent and incredibly peaceful. Before the machine changed the blue and the green to something you can't In many parts, visiting ships and boats are not even allowed to make any extraneous noise, such as announcements or music.
Can't you see that it's time to come home to the valleys and the seas and the rivers and the trees and the earth?
The landscape is vast, and it's difficult to convey this on a video screen.
Will it shine? Will it fade? Will we rise with the vision or fall? Going up to Alaska, up to the land of the midnight sun, where the whale and the polar bear run, or the icy blue sea. Going up to Alaska, up to the north of the
The South Sawyer Glacier is retreating at the remarkably fast rate of some 60 metres a year. It continues its downslope motion and is losing its bulk year on year. The entire wilderness is protected by US legislation against any interference by man. Nothing may be left behind by any visitor. Nothing may be disturbed. The law decrees that it should be left in its natural state for all time.